welcome back to the Waffle Press Movie Podcast. We're here for the final year retrospective, looking back in the year of 2018 in film. I'm your host, Diego Crespo. I did this because I'm very excited. I have hosts today with me, guest hosts, and regular hosts. Nick, how are you?
How you doing, buddy?
How was your Christmas?
It was awesome.
Tell me about yourself. I don't have time for this. We got to talk about the movies 2018. Hired today as a guest host is Cruz Castillo.
Hi, guys.
You want to talk about? You can talk a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I can.
Here.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, cool. I'm an actor. I'm a filmmaker. I work on projects independent, and I do a lot of cool stuff with a lot of cool people. Some of them being these people.
Yeah, you worked with us a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was under 30 seconds. Good job.
Good. And Gene, you all know Gene if you've been
Yes.
watching the shows already. But hello, nice to have you back as well.
No, thank you. My Christmas was good. We managed to crowdfund 100% on a short film that
That's
all of
right,
you
man.
are working on in some form or another.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you to everybody that donated.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you very much. We're very excited to start production on that.
Yeah. And we're in my apartment. We're in the, this is like the second back cave.
No, I gotta stop. He keeps calling it an apartment.
Okay.
It's a house.
It's our house.
We live in a house.
Yeah.
It's not an
Okay, I'm
apartment.
sorry.
I'm very proud of the rent I pay for this house.
Exactly. But this is like the secret back cave. This is like the backup back cave because we're not in our regular studio. So this is like, I guess what we use as the
It's a
backup.
lot cooler. Than
It's not that secret now if you just
Yeah,
told
it's not
everybody.
secret.
well.
But
You're blasting on Twitter how close you are to like iconic film areas.
Yeah.
People are going to narrow it down eventually, Gene.
Yes,
That's
so
true.
I'll find my,
people at the fucking door. man.
And
It's too bad.
really quick, Diego, do you like my Die Hard tree?
I love your Die Hard tree.
'Cause
I
I-
liked it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I just want to point
And
that out.
that means you really liked it.
Yeah.
I really liked
Instagram.
it.
I don't like anybody's
Yeah.
pictures on Instagram.
He loved it.
You go on Instagram just for the tree, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to point that out to people that are listening.
No, it's fantastic.
watching.
Yeah, okay.
Good tree.
So if you're listening on SoundCloud, thank you. Please remember to rate and comment on iTunes as well. And if you're on YouTube, please ring that little bell. That's obnoxious as fuck because YouTube algorithms and YouTube in general is run by idiots. So you got to click the bell to make sure that you get all notifications for when our episodes come out.
Those are
But-
fighting words, dude.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it's so fucking
But we
stupid. I'm
fully
sorry.
But we fully support YouTube and all of its things.
I don't.
Exactly.
But thank you for allowing us
No,
to
not
be on
exactly.
you.
Excuse me.
No, definitely not.
Definitely.
So let's talk about the year in film. 2018, good year, bad year, mixed year. I am actually having a lot of trouble pinning down like trends of the year. Like in every summer, I would write about like the cinematic trends. Like what was the through line through all the big movies? So like last year, big movies. The summer of 2017, none of them really dealt with the end of the world stakes, except for like Transformers 5. And Wonder Woman kind of, but not really. It was still personal.
Yeah.
Right? All the stakes were much smaller. Even Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Intergalactic conflict, but about people, not so much the world-ending stakes. This year, movies were kind of all over the place. I think that's really cool because I can't find any little like trends or narratives that were familiar. You know, everything was very different. Not everything was perfect. Not everything was great, but things were very different. Cruz, you're the newest one here. What did you think of the year in film?
Yeah, I actually do agree with that. That was pretty cool. You're right. I didn't think about that until you just said it. You're right. Like if it wasn't a purple ballsack dude trying to end the world and like half of existence, it was all these other films where like the stakes were, but then there weren't ones. Like, oh shit, you got me thinking now. So.
No. That's what we do here. That's what we do here.
Yeah, I'm just wow. Yeah. I'm just,
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm
all
thinking
good.
because I'm trying to think of like Black Panther and the story, and it was personal, but at the same time, it was high stakes, and then it was to add to an even higher stake. So you're right, there were a lot of like personal one-on-one stories and a lot of things that did change the game and stuff like that. And there is no like.
If anything, I think that was the trend. This year had a lot of like personal stories. I mean, even when it came to like superhero movies or anything like that, it was much more about like a personal story that was going on.
Yeah.
And like somebody's journey through like their surroundings and the world around them and stuff like that. I mean, you saw that in Black Panther. You also saw it in Aquaman. And, even Mandy is kind of. I mean, not Mandy. Which on Bird Box or? You know.
Did you watch Bird
Missed
Box?
that.
I did watch Bird Box.
I
yeah.
have not.
I have not either.
Apparently, it's good,
Yeah,
but it's
it's-
full of memes.
Yeah,
it's
I have
it's
no
really
idea.
good, but
I have no
like
idea
those-
what it's about.
Those, which are, all those movies are. I mean, that's really the trend. Is like you can see somebody's journey through a story. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I also
that
think
was-
there's like a heightened trend in like diversity and diversity killing it, like with people of color leading stories and like casts of like predominantly people of color.
Yeah, that's cool that we saw so much of that this year.
And also women too. There was
Yeah.
there was a lot of stories of like women
Well, diversity does
Crazy rich
include
Asians, dude.
basically not rich white guys.
Not
You
rich.
mentioned people of color. I was just trying to cover all the bases.
Women are also people of color.
Yeah.
There are women of color.
Because I said this when we were on the Your Voice podcast, which we guest starred on recently. Thank you.
Check that out.
NHMC,
I
dude.
wasn't able
Yeah.
to make it there, but they were
Thanks
on
for
it.
that. But what was the Christian Bale quote that I keep like sending you the video of, where it's like surprisingly woke Christian Bale?
Oh, that he hates
Was it
Trump.
like where he was like, you know what? I think our culture would be so much richer if it's just not all about white dudes in our movies and it's not run all by white dudes. And I think we really saw that this year.
Yeah,
So
nothing
thank
but
you.
respect for my Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, thank you, surprisingly woke Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, in like quotations.
Yeah, I think another really interesting thing was I think Nick brought up what the point I was going to make because I had been trying to figure this out every year. I like to try to find those trends. What's up, Kyle? That's a cameraman on the floor right there. He's a good friend of ours. I think
Okay, so anything goes right now.
anything goes. Sorry to the sound listeners. I think something like Paddington 2, an enlightening family film,
Yeah,
Okay.
is still ultimately about Paddington taking on the prison industrial complex.
What?
Yo,
Yeah, it
Paddington
is.
2 is one of the
Knuckles
best
and
movies ever
Knuckles.
made.
Damn, dude, dropping those theories. All
It's
right.
no, it is the text of the movie. It's not even subtext.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Nick, you're right. It's about people moving in, like trying to traverse these worlds that they
Yeah.
find themselves in, and like who they become on the other side of that, and who they help change along the way.
yeah,
That's very cool.
that's cool.
Yes.
And Paddington's cute as
And
fuck.
Paddington 1 and 2
you
is
say that?
those are like
Yeah, we can
perfect
say
movies.
fuck. Yeah, yeah.
Those are perfect
We're
movies.
not, yeah.
We're not on the radio?
We're not
Yeah.
We're not animals.
Yeah.
Say those sadly
Fuck
yellow
them now.
letters. They'll give you a fine.
So, like, before we get into the big heavy hitters, we want to talk about, like, some other films that maybe had smaller components where we didn't love them as a whole, but stuff we wanted to highlight, you know, like, think of, like, musical score, cinematography, editing, directing, writing,
Yeah.
you know? Or maybe stuff that is your favorite of the year, but stuff you want to highlight. Gene, I let Cruz go first, so you can go first now.
Yeah. So like highlights, just their technical artistry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to put for music, Mandy, which was the last score by Johan Johansson.
Yeah, excellent score.
It's an excellent score before he passed. And I would really like to highlight that because it's very, it feels very 80s, like synthwave in parts, but then it's like, then it goes crazy, and then it has like, I love Mandy's theme in it,
Yeah.
which is like really soft and like wholesome. And
It's
it really holds
it's
up.
like heavy metal at times.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
also like
super
this
metal.
fantasy. It feels like mythic. You know?
Yeah, so I want to put that out there. Yeah, for cinematography. For cinematography, I think I would. Let me skip cinematography right now.
All right, all right.
But for editing, because I told you I claimed this before you. I want to go with other side.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay. Other Side of the Wind for editing because they had to put that movie together. So how would you describe Other Side of the Wind, where it was just
The
footage?
fucking fever dream.
Fever Dream, but they never. So it's Orson Welles' like movie, and he died before its passing. So for editing, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
For editing, you need to have the director there to give you notes and to tell you, oh, I like this shot. They had none of that. They had rough notes. They didn't know like what he was aiming for in like when he filmed these scenes, like what his like idea were. They just had to make do with the best they can. So they used a lot of production notes. They used a lot of like scripting notes, like, oh, this was a good take. And it's crazy that they managed to put this together, this film that has laid dormant for 40 years, and they edited it all together. As an editor, I really appreciate that artistry and that craftsmanship that went into Other Side of the Wind.
Yeah, the fact that that's not like the front runner for editing across the board is like baffling.
I hope. God damn it! I really hope. I hope it does win something. But
Did it, was it
The
any?
Academy.
It was in some movie theaters, right?
yeah,
It was in a couple.
It
It premiered at Cannes.
Okay, so
So-
yeah, it could possibly get in one.
Yeah.
Cans or canes?
Cannes?
I believe it's-
Cannes?
Yeah.
Canes?
How do you pronounce it?
Isn't that
Cons?
Cons.
Cons? Who gives a
Cons.
fuck? All the people are assholes.
Okay, so for
It's calling out a lot of people today.
And I'm sorry. 2018 like just broke me, so if I see bullshit, I'm just gonna call it out.
for cinematography, I think I would go with like Black Klansman. I like the look of that film.
Yeah.
Felt very
I
70s.
would agree with that. I actually watched Black Klansman on a plane ride, in which that was like a
The
terrible
way Spike
choice.
Lee intended it.
That was
Yeah.
a terrible choice because like I was just like really down at the end of that movie, and I'm just like, man, I need to watch like The Incredibles or something like that.
Yeah, that
really
ending.
really cheer my ass up. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was just a really bad. It was just like a morbid ending, and I was like, wow,
Well,
man, this sucks.
We live in that morbid ending.
We live in this existence.
So it's the worst timeline.
For
The worst timeline,
I
dude.
know we're not living in the prime time.
No, well, Nick, anything you want to highlight? Because we're just really hopping around for this one.
Honestly, I would go with Cam Girl. I think that was.
Oh no, it's Cam.
Yeah, Cam.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the Netflix
Cam,
movie.
The Netflix movie.
really good.
I thought it was really interesting, the concept of it, where somebody can actually take over your own life. Like the internet has like a mind of its own, and it can like take over a personality and just take
Your
over
shadow
Yeah,
profile.
like a shadow profile and stuff like that. That was really interesting. I think that Aquaman definitely had a great cinematography. I love the view and like how everything looked inside of Aquaman. How it had like that nice like horror features, but also like, it had like a nice comedic and like it was bright and sunny and like everything kind of felt fucking cheerful.
Did you like the pin drops for
Under the sea,
Aquaman?
dude.
Huh?
Like Toto by Pitbull.
Aquaman's great because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And because it's not perfect, but
Yeah.
it's ambitious as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the problems, like, for this superhero movie are different from all the other problems of, like,
Yeah.
other superhero
Not
movies.
only that, but also
Does it feel more personal?
a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually wouldn't
because
say so.
well, I was gonna say your whole thing is like it's Aqua. He's accepting
He's accepting who he is.
his mixed race.
Yeah, he's accepting his
Yeah.
mixed race
So
heritage.
I think that's personal.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant, I guess, like, no, you're
It
right.
is
It does feel
personal.
more personal.
Yeah, and then also Overlord. Like I really enjoyed Overlord.
Overlord is awesome.
I went into it kind of going like not really knowing what to expect, and then as soon as I saw like the title card, and I was like, oh, this is a B horror film. I'm gonna fucking enjoy this.
But that's the
It was
thing,
great.
like, it's not even, like, that, like, sleazy evil. It's just a straight up, like, good movie.
Yeah, but
Like, I there's, like, 4 Nazi zombies in it.
Yeah, and I originally
Like,
Not,
well, because the way I
Not too
originally
many
saw it, I was
Nazis.
like, oh, this is a grindhouse film. That's basically what this is. Like,
DJ was
I don't know, like, I'm glad we both like it, but I don't know if it's grindhousey. It's not, like Planet Terror or anything, you know?
really, I really felt like it was. Like,
No, because
very,
it's not, like, tongue-in-cheek, I didn't find. It was, like,
I don't think
this
grind-
hard R.
I don't think grindhouse films have to be like tongue in cheek and everything like that. Like it was a solo story about like these these soldiers going in and like they find a Nazi experiment. And,
But
like,
I think that the difference for me in terms of, like, what I view Grindhouse as,
Yeah.
which you can feel free to differentiate your opinion on, like, it doesn't feel cheap. And Grindhouse are cheap and, like, tacky, and that's kind of the fun of it. They're just kind of, like, scrappy little films that
Yeah, I guess.
made with a lot of passion. This was too, but I didn't feel, like,
Well,
cheapness. It
I
felt like a
didn't feel-
real movie,
I
you
didn't
know?
feel like it was cheap. I just felt like it had a lot of passion to it. Like
Yeah.
this is very much somebody's passion project. Like somebody.
This is how good Overlord is. We're disagreeing on, like, what kind of movie it is. We're just like, oh, no, but it fucking is awesome.
It's really good. Go
It's
watch
awesome,
it.
yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna regret it, especially if like it's like a. I mean, it was a $5 movie when I went to go see it. And I enjoyed every minute.
I had to drive all the fucking way out. Because I just saw it,
It was
like,
in Norwalk.
a month ago.
They have it in Norwalk.
Diego like
Yeah, I
you saw,
delayed.
like, a
I
$5
delayed.
movie.
Yeah.
But I really want to highlight mid-90s by Jonah Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I think the look and cinematography, it made you feel like you were in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt, because we're all 90s kids, right?
Yeah.
Felt like you went back in time, playing the N64 and skateboarding and watching like skateboarding videos. And I wanted to throw that out there.
For performances, I do have to give it to Christian Bale for Vice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian Bale does an amazing job as like Dick Cheney. Like
As the
he's kind
evil-
of unrecognizable.
Yeah,
As,
he really
as
goes
Dick
into that
Cheney,
role.
and like he really like
is
embodies
one
that
of
character, and the fact that he was able to gain the weight.
Yeah.
They added like the prosthetics so that way he looked more like Cheney, but like his physicality was
Yeah.
Dick Cheney. Like I put 2 photos next to each other of Dick Cheney and Christian Bale, and I gave it to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Which one is which?" And I was like, "Yeah, like that's how close it was." And
Plus Sam Rockwell, dude.
yeah, Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's, like, always
He's awesome.
awesome.
he was an awesome George
They
Bush.
portray war criminals very well. Now.
But it was a damn good movie.
Well, here, let's move into that. What other performances, like, were highlighted for you this year?
Oh, I can't.
You're an actor. What,
Well,
what's
I
your
wanted
perspective?
I wanted to go to musical scores.
Oh, well, here, no,
Okay,
go,
yeah,
go,
yeah,
go,
no,
go,
of
go,
course,
go,
we'll
go.
skip you.
I
We'll get
wanted
to
to
that.
talk about Kendrick Lamar
Okay.
and Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that whole soundtrack, because I just remember when that came out, like I saw everybody sharing that on social media, and just the fact that like it was just changing and getting people hyped before it even came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were hyped.
And then just plus Kendrick Lamar won the what's that award he won?
VMAs?
No, he won an award that no rapper has ever won. For
Grammy?
Damn. album.
I remember this, but I don't
we could
remember
look it
which
up.
award.
Yeah.
Look it up really quick.
So it's just cool to see Kendrick. I mean, he's like our age, and he's
Yeah.
Not only
kid
that,
from,
but
like-
also 4 scores. I think that was like one of the actual scores this year that you could play in the car and really enjoy.
Yeah.
You could really enjoy
Yeah.
like this. You could just go ahead and put on the Black Panther album and just go like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go for a drive.
Yeah. But if you actually like listen to it too, it really does relate. It wasn't just somebody mixing and moving songs and putting stuff that they like. He actually like this guy.
Yeah, he created
planned.
it.
He won the Pulitzer.
created
Sorry to interrupt. He won
Yes.
the Pulitzer for music.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
was a-
He's
well,
the
that's crazy.
first rapper
Yeah.
to ever
Awesome.
do
To
that,
win a
dude.
Pulitzer.
Good
Pulitzer
for him.
Prize for music.
That's fucking
So,
awesome.
boom.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
He made history. Like
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout
I hope he watches it.
I'll tag Kendrick Lamar
Kendrick
for his
Lamar.
excellent work in music this last year.
Invite me to your next show. Got you.
we don't. We
In fact,
huh?
oh no, sorry. Go. I was gonna say something.
We would love to show you this like in person if you ever want to like invite us to like a concert or anything.
Or anything, just whatever have you.
I went to the Childish Gambino concert.
Yeah,
Oh,
was
nice.
And so all of a sudden he stops and he goes, I'm going to bring out somebody right now that worked on the Black Panther soundtrack. And I was like, wow, it's going to be fucking Kendrick Lamar, dude. It's going to be, I was freaking out. And it was the guitarist.
Damn
But he
it.
was really good. He was
good, it was
really
good.
He was
So
shredding that, dude.
Still
Yeah,
good.
He was
That was
shredding
good.
it.
But that
But
was cool.
but I still thought, because we were here in LA, so I was like, this is Kendrick Lamar is about to drop out right now. This is the
that
best
would've
show of
been
my
awesome.
life.
That
Yeah.
was really cool.
Someone has to tell
Still
them.
was a really good show.
Yeah, of course.
It sounds like
Also,
it, yeah.
also can't wait until Childish Gambino is inside of Lion King. I can't wait to hear him.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
He's Simba.
I'm not looking
We're,
for
we're not talking about 2019. We're talking about
We'll get
2018.
there.
Just
eventually.
saying. I'm just saying.
This
You got brought up.
2018.
If you're excited for Lion King,
You could watch
confusing
the
me.
original.
You can watch it. You can watch it right now.
That's another discussion.
But anyways,
for
that's another time.
I
Let's talk
am
about.
excited for it.
Same.
I love giving Disney. What other performances excited us? Speaking of actors and performance things, who's got one?
Do you want to go first? 'Cause, yeah, I want to hear your perspective.
I just always think about Tom Holland. I don't know why.
Okay.
I saw a Spider-Man movie. What was the?
No, in Infinity
Homecoming.
War.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Homecoming.
Okay, Homecoming.
The part where like everything lands on him and he's like crying for help and he's just stuck and he's looking at his reflection with half of the spider mask.
Right.
I was just like, that was one of the first times I'd ever like actually got teary-eyed like in a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he's just a 15-year-old
He's a
kid,
he's just a
and
kid.
he's like, he was cornered and he
Yeah.
thought he was gonna die,
That was
and
a
I was
great.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
That was so
shit.
Spider-Man.
That's why
Yes.
it's his moment in Infinity
Infinity
War.
Gun, yes, that's
Yeah.
and that's what I was gonna say. That actual performance when he was like, I'm not ready to go. I
He's
was
like, I
like,
don't want to go. That made me like tear up.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the shit, like.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Plus, the whole movie was just a roller coaster ride. Like,
Yeah.
it's awesome to see all these things build up, all these movies add to it. So when you watch that movie, you didn't really need backstory
Yeah.
because you got
Yeah.
everything already.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom
And so that's
Holland
why-
is just in general like a great actor.
He needs to
He's
stop
really-
spoiling things, but
Well, that's like
he's a
a
kid.
that's a
He's a-
little jokey thing that
Yeah.
they've kind of leaned
No, of
into. I
course.
think.
But I was
Yeah.
gonna add. I hate to just interrupt. But I was gonna add. For people that like call Infinity or call like Homecoming not like not Spider-Man. Like, did they see that scene? That was like so
Oh,
Spider-Man.
we're not going to talk.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have plenty of time to talk
That
about
bugs me,
Spider-Man
though.
next year.
Yeah.
But Infinity-
I love that movie, but I got issues with it too. But I
Yeah.
love it wholeheartedly.
So, okay, and also for Infinity War, like Chris Evans, like the scene at the end after the snap, he's like, "Oh God," like you really felt that, right?
That's his one moment where he has dialogue. Yeah, it's great.
No, he says, "I am Steve."
And
No,
Steve
that's
Rogers.
that and the ending are his best moments because
Okay.
he gets to talk.
And also Josh Brolin in that movie.
That's pretty
It's
good.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos was a killer villain.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Is it Thanos or Thanos?
Thanos.
Thanos. Okay, Thanos.
Thanos.
No, tomato,
ever-
tomato. Like I don't know. I
Yeah,
just,
whatever.
this is always.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I was really impressed by Regina Hall and Haley Lee Richardson from Support the Girls. I don't know if you guys checked out that movie. It's a smaller little
haven't.
movie.
Oh yeah.
That's
you had a great meme.
Oh, thank you. That's an incredible little movie about blue collar workers in the service industry, where they also have to wear tighter clothes than most people. It's a beer, boobs, and wings kind of restaurant. I think is what they refer
it's
to
like
it as.
Hooters, yeah.
Yeah, the character refers to it in the movie. That's not. I'm paraphrasing the movie.
Sure.
And it's just about a day in the life struggle for these people and like
That was good. Yeah.
how they their jobs are hard, but they try to be cheery about it. They try to be there for each other, and it was a really touching movie, and I think it deserves a lot of praise. But
Sure.
Regina Hall should be an Oscar frontrunner for that movie, and she is not. because they're cowards.
Yeah.
I actually really
Give us
enjoyed
Gritty.
it.
Man, you're just calling everybody out. We're just
Everyone's an
going at it.
asshole.
Give us what we want, Academy, and then have Gritty as the host.
Yes,
Have Gritty as the host of the Oscar.
that's what I'm talking about.
Another one I would have to go with is Jamie Lee Curtis for Halloween.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I loved it. Not only that, but also her performance in that really did bring you back into that like Halloween mode. Like you felt like it was a Halloween movie.
Plus the music.
Yeah, the music
Oh,
killed
yeah.
her in that one as well.
John Carpenter and his boy.
Yeah, and I don't know. What was it? Jamie Lee Curtis's thing of like her just kind of being like really scared and being like very petrified, but also like kind of like being a badass throughout the entire movie. Really does a great job, and I love that turn at the very end where.
The daughter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's really cool.
That blew up my theater.
Because I thought, they made you think
But
one.
I love that turn
Great.
at the very end where she's like, no, it was a trap. And like you just find out like this entire house that she's built for fucking decades.
Yeah. We should.
It's been a trap for Michael Myers the entire time. It's like,
what's her
damn.
name?
You played yourself,
Reverse-
Michael.
You
You
played
played yourself.
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer is very good.
Yeah, I like
She
Judy
finally
Greer.
has something to do in a movie she's cast in.
Because she doesn't
It
do
only
anything
took
in Ant-Man,
fucking decade.
Jurassic World.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, but she's there fiddling with the gun, and then she's like, "Psych, bitch."
Yeah.
I was just like,
It's great.
"Oh,
Like
what?"
Halloween by far
There's a
killed
crowd-
it for like a Halloween for like an actual like,
Pleasing moment.
Halloween movie
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everything else. I really enjoyed it.
Exactly.
I'm going with Rami.
Rami Malek?
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Bohemian
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just I'm a big Queen fan. I'm a big Freddie Mercury
He was
fan.
good in
and
that.
It was really
For
good.
like all the problems with that movie, like
Yeah.
you
He's
cannot
good.
knock him.
Yeah.
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 Robbie Malek does a really awesome job. I mean, if you've seen Mr.
Robot.
He's,
Yep.
just, he's just an awesome actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great.
Shall we
That
go
show's
further?
great.
Night at the Museum,
Night at the
son.
Museum.
Night at the Museum.
He was great in
been great
those.
since
He's
then.
unironically
always-
great.
He's the Pharaoh.
Tut.
Yeah.
King Tut, yeah.
Actually, he actually used to be used to be in a sitcom on Fox called A Man and His Two Kids,
Huh.
and he was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
he was like the gay friend
That's weird.
that like never came out, and he was like kind of like the comic relief.
Oh well, gay people, comic relief on
Like,
Fox.
it's also-
That makes sense.
It's also the 90s.
It's also Fox.
It
Exactly.
was like
And-
the 90s.
And Yalitza from Roma.
Oh yeah, we have to highlight her.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
she's
that
great.
tonight.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
Okay.
Because I know it's gonna destroy me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alfonso Cuarón is like my favorite filmmaker,
Oh,
maybe
okay,
right
cool,
now.
yeah.
So I know
Yeah,
that's
she-
just gonna destroy me.
She really makes you feel for that character, and she's such a great actress. Like she makes you like feel like you're there with her.
But on top of,
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
no,
I'm
sorry.
just thinking from like an indigenous standpoint, just a 26-year-old indigenous woman she's a woman of color, but just being on the cover of Mexico Vogue and like just her
That's
performance
fucking
and what
great.
she did and the fact that Cuarón,
great.
just gave a lot of love to her. She looked
Not
great on camera. She
not
did
like
a good
another
job.
Trin person.
And I go, oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Not
Another-
like Del Toro.
some of the other trinities that
It
don't
was called
hire.
A War at Home. Sorry. It was called A War at Home. That was
Oh, okay, War at
that
Home.
was the sitcom.
Oh, okay.
It was bothering me that I couldn't.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
what the fuck?
Rami Malek,
Robbie Malik is in the
A War at Home.
Yeah, I guess
King
it's my
Tut.
turn.
Yeah, sorry. I
Okay,
got you off.
I have the first one I wanted to go with was from mid '90s. Sunny. What's the actor?
I have no idea.
Can you look it up
I
for me,
didn't see it.
if you don't mind?
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher his last name, but the main child actor from mid '90s was really
Sonny Suljic.
Sonny Suljic. Thank you. Sonny Suljic really kills it in mid '90s because he's going through like all these like really fucked up emotions. Like, he doesn't have a dad, which is it's not really said in the movie, but it's you could tell just how the way the movie presents it. He's going through like depression. He's going through like just these like he doesn't fit in anywhere. He hates himself. He suffers from abuse in his household. It's a very heavy movie. I mean, it's a good movie. It's like it's fun, but then there's some parts that are really heavy. He's has like a very good scene where I guess I don't know if it's controversial, where because the character feels suicidal and they have a scene that illustrates that, where he has like self-harm, but he really carries all these emotions and he does it with like dignity and respect for anyone with like mental illness. And I really think that kid is going on to do new things. So I really wanted to point him out his acting in that film. Another just random choices. In A Quiet Place, John Krasinski
Yeah.
was great, but just everyone in that movie, from Emily Blunt to the actress who actually is deaf.
Oh, she's so good.
She's so good in it. I'm blanking on her name, but that's.
I got you. Keep
Yeah,
talking,
thank
I'll
you,
get
sir.
it.
I had some random
Anybody
ones
else?
here. I'm just.
Yeah, I would definitely go with Creed 2.
Creed 2?
with Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone and pretty much the entire cast. Even Florian Mutuna.
Hey, even Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren did an awesome job. The reason why I think Florian is really good is because he's a boxer by trade. Like he's an actual boxer, and the amount of emotion that he put behind his performance and everything. Like he doesn't say a whole lot in the movie, but he does a lot of like physicality where he's like where he actually
Mad
shows.
Max, so.
Yeah,
Mad Max,
he does a really awesome job inside that movie. He becomes like a really good threat towards Michael B. Jordan's Adonis.
Yeah.
And,
I was also
Millicent Simmons,
Millicent
by the way, is
Simmons.
named the actress from Quiet Place.
yeah.
I was gonna say just for that, I think for all the other Rocky movies, I got kind of tired where they actually cast an actual boxer in the role, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Cool.
Like for like the first Creed, like the villain was okay.
That's not the point of the movie, man.
No, but like they've never had like for the past like 2 Rockies or 3 Rockies, they haven't really had a good antagonist. Or it's good enough, but it never has been great. And I thought,
It's weird that you bring up the ones where I think they're the strongest.
Yeah.
well, Rocky 5.
Rocky Balboa?
Okay, no,
Rocky Balboa.
Well, we all know who the real antagonist is.
Gavin
It's
Jordan.
Rocky himself.
Yeah,
So-
it's Rocky
Boom.
fighting himself. That's
we go.
that's the whole.
Yeah.
That's where he comes up
But
with the
I guess
whole like
just
when he
just
looks in the mirror, man.
just for me, that hadn't worked.
That's when he looks in the mirror, man.
And can we also talk about Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger?
Michael B. Jordan.
I was gonna.
is-
We
shit.
skipped over
that was
that.
my
We're
next
not gonna.
We
skip
gotta
over
start
that.
moving on, but like
But,
no,
like,
Michael B. Jordan.
It
We'll
was
toss
a
a
great-
couple ones.
It,
And
it
we'll.
was a great year for Michael B. Jordan.
Yes,
Yeah.
He did an awesome job in like pretty much
anyone-
all the movies that he did.
Briefly touch on Killmonger, anyone?
Won't say
Yeah,
that.
on the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I rooted for both, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what was hard about that film. I rooted for both.
Like,
Michael
yeah,
liked
you knew he
Eric,
was
I
the
liked
bad guy,
T'Challa.
but
No,
he was very sympathetic.
Yeah.
And I understood why he
Yeah.
wanted to do what he
The
wanted
thing
to do.
is, he's not wrong. His methods are
not
wrong.
wrong, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
He
He's
got very
not
fucked
light.
up.
Yeah.
I
And-
did notice that from this year from Marvel like villains is that when they
They
had,
actually
like,
listen to
they-
people.
Well, yeah, but their villains were not only really good, but also they in a way they weren't wrong. It was just the method of like their madness was wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like Thanos has a point.
He has a point about
about
overpopulation.
like yeah, like he's an eco-terrorist, but he's not wrong. He's just killing half the people.
Like,
in
you
the
can't
galaxy.
kill half
And
the
universe
population
is
with
really
that.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And then Killmonger, his entire thing is like we should share these things. We
Yeah,
should
we
bring
should
people
liberate
up.
the oppressed.
Liberate the oppressed and do everything else. But the idea of like him just going to war over it, that's
Yeah.
pretty fucked.
And then he kills his girlfriend.
And they're afraid he's an extremist.
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a
And-
terrorist.
yeah,
He's a murderer.
And then he kills
which is
random
why he's
people.
bad.
It's actually really funny because when you think about it, Killmonger and also Ocean Master kind of have the same idea.
Yeah.
Where it's
I was gonna say Killmonger
Different
was
worlds,
kind
though.
of
different,
Magneto.
it's different worlds, but they do kind of have the same idea.
Kinda,
where,
yeah.
like his world is being destroyed by outsiders, and they want to fight about it. So
Yeah, but just that final scene where he was there, and the sunset and everything, and
That was beautiful.
he just said,
Yeah, incredible
I'd
scene.
rather
I'd rather
jump
die.
off the ship,
Yeah.
than live like this. That was amazing.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to move on. Right.
I just want to reference some really quick. Claire Foy from Unsane, incredible performance.
Great movie.
She has huge eyes and they hold so much emotion.
Claire Foy, Cats.
Kiki Lane from If Beale Street Could Talk. I finally saw that.
Oh,
Holy shit, Barry
You
Jenkins.
didn't go with me?
It's also
I
a
love
good
you.
book. James Baldwin.
Yes.
Baldwin, yeah. Diego didn't go with me to that
I
screening.
missed it. Yeah,
Because of the rain.
Because of the fucking LA rain. So thank you for that. Traffic for people who can't drive when it rains in LA. You idiots. Oh, this is gonna kill me. I forgot to write down their names, so someone take up
That's
time
alright.
for me. The cast of The Writer. Have you guys seen The Writer?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's this little Western drama about this dude who gets into a rodeo accident and he can't ride anymore because he's got serious damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I did. That was just like it's all real people.
Yeah, and there's the real people from the story.
So it was like that
portraying,
Clint Eastwood movie, but good.
That's exactly it. Actually, it's like if Clint Eastwood could still make movies. But no, it's very like warm and sad and melancholy, but also
Yeah.
kind of inspiring. And the entire cast of that is fantastic.
Exactly.
They should get some serious accolades. But let's move on.
Okay.
People aren't important.
Worst film?
Movies are
Oh.
important. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not.
We don't
doing
do that. We're not.
I don't give much credence to.
We're not
to
like
those
some
lists, if
film
I'm being
critics,
honest.
some white film critics that get
No,
dunked on all the time on
there's
Twitter.
nothing wrong with like some riffing here and there, but I don't think. I don't think it's that important to talk about.
No, he's
that
not
stuff.
important.
But let's talk about the smaller movies of the year. Speaking of The Writer,
Yeah.
like stuff that maybe
Exactly.
people missed in theaters. You know, we all saw the Marvel movies, the
Yeah,
Star Wars movie
everyone
came
saw
out
Infinity
today.
War.
Not everyone saw Solo, so maybe that should be considered a smaller movie.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm
If
kidding.
only it was released in December, though.
I still don't think it would have been that
Oh,
well.
all right.
But what small movies did you guys see this year?
Who wants to go first? I can go.
All right, go ahead.
I really wanted to highlight You Were Never Really Here, which is great by Lynn Ramsey, who is a female director that doesn't get enough love, and I hope she does like a Bond movie or just like she gets like more work because she's really great. And it was a movie with Joaquin Phoenix. That was the one where we saw him after the screening.
Oh, nice.
He was very cool. We met the Joker, me and my mom. And You Never Really Here is great because it examines like post-traumatic stress, and it examines like being a survivor of like all this like mental trauma, and like how someone processes that. And it has like a just out there story, and it's just really like the visuals and like the score is by Johnny Greenwood, and the acting by Joaquin Phoenix, you know, really cements him because I think he's like one of the best actors of our time. I would say.
That's fair.
Joaquin. And yeah, everyone should check it out because it's on Amazon Prime, and I was sure to include that. Also, I wanted to say The Endless by Moorhead and Benson,
Oh, yeah.
which is on Netflix. It kind of Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. It is a really great sci-fi film, and they did it with almost like they had a very limited budget,
Yeah, you could tell, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
and it worked because
'Cause
that's the way they told their story. was
Yeah,
to
and
include
the
that.
passion behind it.
The passion behind
you know?
that. And I think more people should see that because it's on Netflix, and it's the type of movie I want to make if I get enough money.
Cruz.
Uh,
Small movies, little small things.
I'm ready
Did
to
you have time?
No, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
TV documentary.
Because I know you're very busy, man.
Giant.
Oh, the Andre the
Andre
Giant
the Giant.
documentary?
Oh,
That was
I didn't
great.
see that.
Yeah.
That was great.
This guy, I'm a big fan of Andre the Giant. When I was a little kid, I was like, anybody
Best
want a
wrestler,
peanut?
dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best.
Yeah, and just Princess Bride and everything. So when I first saw that movie, I was like, what? And I remember just looking up and reading magazines and looking into everything about that guy.
Yeah, it was sad.
So that was,
too.
yes, it was.
Because it
sad.
goes into like his, just kind of the tragedy of his life and how he suffered from
Yes.
gigantism,
Yeah.
and like you would see all the nuances of how he lived his life, like just how he would sleep, how he would be in cars, how he would travel, because nothing was very accommodating for
Yeah.
Andre. R.I.P.
That sounds sad.
Yeah. But it was a good movie. You learn a lot about him. So
Yeah,
that was a small movie. That was a TV. The
it was on HBO.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
HBO.
but it is still
Film documentary. So
sold
Okay.
out movie.
There was also a Jane Fonda doc that they had on HBO this year. That was very good. Jane Fonda in 5 acts. Check that out. Nick, you got a smaller movie?
Yes, it's a HBO movie called Robin Williams Come Inside My
Oh, that was good.
That was
All the HBO documentaries.
This is the HBO
Yeah.
section right
HBO.
now, I
Yeah,
guess.
HBO
They
did
killed
a
it
really
this year,
awesome
man.
Good job,
with,
everyone.
In their
different
docs.
documentaries. Yeah, that one was really interesting because they had footage with Robin Williams, and because they
Yeah.
were filming it while he was still alive, and everything else. And they went through his entire life. They went through his childhood all the way up until
From Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy, and like how he evolved as like a character actor, and how exactly he developed like everything. And
in his illness as well.
yeah, they went into his illness. They interviewed like a lot of his like really close friends and everything else. And by the end of the movie, like it was like a documentary that, because I'm a huge Robin Williams fan,
Yeah.
Robin
Yeah.
Williams like pretty much like ruled my childhood.
We
I-
sing
Yeah.
songs from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah,
all the time.
I love quoting Mrs. Doubtfire, different stuff like that. But by the end of it, if you're a huge Robin Williams fan, it brought me to tears. Cause
all these posthumous things that HBO were doing. That's really cool.
Yeah, and what was it? Like that documentary, like legitimately did bring me to tears. Where I
Yeah.
was like, wow,
Fucking
like,
sad.
because you didn't know like the struggles that he was going through. You always figured, oh, well, he's fine.
Because he was smiling,
He
he's
was
happy,
always
and he was
smiling
crying.
and everything like that. And then you find out like he had like a lot of bouts with like depression.
And alcoholism
You know,
as well.
Alcoholism, drug use,
Sad.
different stuff like that. He was also like really, he was really depressed with like a lot of his friends died from like drug use and stuff like that.
Like John Belushi.
Yeah, like John Belushi, because like he even blames himself for John Belushi's death and stuff like that in like an interview, because he says like I was with John Belushi that night and I went home because I was tired, but if I would have stayed with him, I could have saved him.
Yeah.
And like like there's a lot of like grief and like guilt that he has in his life. And it was a really sad like documentary.
Yeah.
It really did give you a different view of the man.
Dang, that's sad.
HBO bringing those tears this
Yeah,
year.
man. Like
Just
honestly,
their docs, not their movies.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I was watching it thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a good time, and by the end of it, I'm like,
Did you watch it with your girlfriend, Nicole?
no, I watched it by myself, but
Oh, okay.
but it was still
Did cry
I-
by yourself.
yeah.
It's good. That's good to have.
Yeah, it's a good
very
thing.
good.
Yeah, man, you get a good crying, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Not a doc, but another smaller movie is obviously Mandy. Gene and I talked about it on the show before,
Yes.
but I want to give it another shout out because it's very,
Is our
it's
camera
fucking
crew is
great.
bowing?
I wanted to say
Thank you, Chris.
I wish I got to say Nick Cage for acting because we said that fact before on the show where all the movies he's doing now because he's out of debt, these are all movies he wants to be doing, and
Yeah.
Mandy was one of them.
Yeah.
man.
It was the year of Nick Cage.
It-
Spider-Man
honestly,
Noir, Superman. Nick Cage killed it.
Cruz does not like Nick Cage.
You
And
don't?
he found out.
okay.
He's like, oh damn, Spider-Man Noir is really dope. And then he found out that it was Nick Cage, and he was like, fuck.
Got him.
Got him.
Nick Cage,
Thought
if
he
you're
had it
watching
all-
this,
he-
it's nothing personal. It's not that I don't like you.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Thought he had it all together.
If you go through Nick Cage's performances, you'll find one you love. You'll find one that you have to love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
He should still be Superman.
But Mandy,
Mandy, fantastic. We've kind of Con Air, it's awesome. I want to highlight also Blind Spotting,
that's good. Yeah.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Suspiria. Not that small of a movie, but smaller because
No one saw it.
I
I didn't pay to see it.
So you're doing Buster Scrubs. Is like Roma count too as a small one?
Oh,
Yeah.
'Cause it's
yeah,
on
let's say
Netflix,
yes.
right? Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
Roma's on there.
There you go. Netflix killing it because we've talked shit before about Netflix's original output.
yeah. Let's. I'm just gonna add
This year.
Yeah. Just to have it there. Let's also add Roma, even though you haven't seen it.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Roma, everyone
Let's
needs
all
to see
hop in.
it. They all have the means if they have Netflix, and it's great.
Yeah.
Need
I mean,
stories like that need to be told.
Absolutely.
Honestly, a movie that people probably went to go see, but I really enjoyed while I was in a plane is because that movie should be watched on a plane is Meg.
The Meg.
The-
Oh God, we
It's
saw
not
the
a smaller
best.
movie, but let's transition this into the big movies of the
But
year.
I'm just saying in
We
general.
have to talk about the Meg, Diego,
Who-
at some point.
It
My
was
question
fine.
is, who actually watched Meg?
We did. Me and Diego.
I watched it. I
It made
watched it.
gangbusters.
Yeah, no, I watched it on a
Everyone
plane,
saw.
which was probably a mistake because I watched it on a plane
Oh, okay.
towards a cruise.
I have to say. So I have to say. So the best thing about the Meg was on Facebook. All the Asylum people. Everyone that I know from Asylum was like, "Oh, this is a movie we would make if we had money. This is an Asylum movie if it had money, if it had a budget." The Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
Like everyone was saying that.
Yeah,
It's
it,
fine.
It had some really good actors. It had I mean, the plot was coherent. And
It was coherent, yeah, for
It
sure.
was a coherent
I
plot.
couldn't.
and it was
I
fun.
couldn't watch it. It reminded
Couldn't
me of my
watch-
ex a lot. So
Oh.
oh,
Well, that's for other reasons. Sorry.
sorry to hear
Like-
that.
lucky Meg.
R.I.P.
but I really did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun, and it was a fun Jason Statham movie.
Yeah, the States.
Yeah.
The thing is, it should have been the greatest movie ever. So it is a little
But
disappointing.
it was
to
cool
me.
because
Yeah,
we
it's
saw
cool,
it
it's
at Beyond Fest and we saw it in 3D and they were like, they threw beach balls at us.
Oh, that was
Right
the
before the
most fun
screening.
I've ever had at
That's-
We
Beyond
had the
Fest.
most fun at that screening and we saw a double feature of the Meg,
Triple feature. The Meg, Jaws 3D with 3D,
with 3D and,
and
they're
Deep
pointing
Blue
the
Sea.
Oh
Jaws
damn.
3D.
Yeah.
Jaws 3D is the best because they're pointing everything at the camera like this.
Gene's pointing at the camera for the sound listeners.
Yeah, like.
And like they're showing you, look at all the 3D we have. So
And it's
fun
just
to
like, it's funny to watch with the crowd.
Yes.
I don't think I'll be able to
Everyone's
sit through that
busted.
like by myself, but
and
it's
the
fun with the
they're-
crowd.
Yeah, so everyone support Beyond Fest next year. They're
Yeah.
great. They're great people.
All right, but speaking of blockbusters, the big ones. We had a whole episode on Infinity War, so let's put that aside. What else we got? What else surprised you guys a lot?
So you said a movie that I would spend money to
Yeah,
watch
like,
in
what
IMAX.
got you to spend that IMAX money?
I would say Into the Spider-Verse because I actually
Yeah.
saw it in IMAX and
Yeah.
I did because I was seeing it after work and it was at the the AMC in Century City and that one had an IMAX. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check it out. I have the A-list and I did and I think it looked really good in IMAX. It's such a beautifully animated movie. Everything looks like it feels like you're watching a living, breathing comic book. And as we discussed in my guests in the previous episode, the Christmas episode, Mr. Jordan Mitchell, they're talking about how it's such a good thing where the message is anyone could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's really
Because
sweet.
Miles Morales is the best
Miles Morales.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, you know what? It's great to see American animation actually do things besides like
Yeah,
traditional
pushing the
3D.
As long as
Like
Sony
they're
doesn't,
actually learning
as long
to
as
do
Sony-
different things.
yeah, as long as
Throwing
Sony
that
doesn't
backhanded
copyright,
shade, dude.
as long as Sony doesn't copyright that,
They're not copyrighting the animation. They're copyrighting the tools that they use to make the
okay,
animation.
that's fair enough.
No, because there was a misconception about whether or not they were trademarking the animation style. They're not. They're physically
Technology.
unable to like
Well, we okay.
capture that.
That's fine because they did create that technology.
They created the technology for that, so that's what they're
That's cool.
copyrighting. That's fine.
I would definitely go with Hotel Artemis.
Oh, that was good. No one saw that either.
A solid, tight little thriller. So please.
It was a really good
Bautista?
tight movie. Yeah, Dave Bautista. You have
Jodie Foster. I love. She's a very underrated actress, and she was in Kingsman. Sophia Botella.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I love her. I want to cast her in anything.
You have a lot of like really interesting actors who
Jeff
are
Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum.
Dude, Jeff Goldblum is like the gang don. He's like a don of all the kingdoms of the gangs.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff Goldblum can do anything wrong. So
He can.
Honestly, but I really enjoyed Hotel Artemis because I love the world that they built around it. It felt very John Wick-esque.
Yeah, some people said, because it's the same screenwriter.
John Wick.
Yeah, it was
Some of the same producers or some of the creative team. Some people said that it could be in the John universe.
Yeah,
John Wick universe.
No, I don't. No, it's
could
more.
be.
It reminded me more sci-fi because that's what the trailers kind of pitched it as. But it's like this
Sort of.
alternate reality kind of thing
Yeah.
almost.
It's an alternate future for sure.
Yeah.
it's definitely
not
an alternate future. But the reason why I say
sci-fi.
the reason why I say it's very John Wick-esque is because it's like an entirely other world from like our known world of like secret things that only
Is it
criminals know
futuristic?
about.
It has futuristic technology,
Futuristic technology.
but it's not just about that. It's like
It's not Blade Runner.
Yeah,
It's not
Blade
Ultra
Runner.
Cabron.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like oh yeah, they can 3D print organs.
Yeah,
right
shit like
then
that. They
and
could
there,
3D print guns.
Yeah,
Like how our future will probably be in 10, 15 years if we
Yeah.
survive.
That's horrifying.
It's a really interesting movie. If you haven't seen Hotel Artemis, definitely give it a chance. It's a really good movie. It's
Yeah,
been an hour and a half.
yeah.
Just like watching. Dave Bautista's pretty
Yeah.
awesome at it.
Oh, sweet. Cheese. Okay. Can I get some cheese? Thank you.
All right, I guess we're doing this.
Well, we need
I'm
snack.
good, thank you. You want
Get
cheese?
cheese. No, I'm good.
Cheese?
I love cheese.
I'm hungry.
We got tossed cheese off camera for the sound listeners, so thank you, Kyle, cameraman. Other big movies, obviously Black
Amazing
Panther. Black Panther was an incredible
Black
film.
Panther, man.
I know people like
here
to
for it.
point out the quote-unquote third act problems. I've never understood that. It's like when people say that Wonder Woman has third act problems.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The CGI is just a little shoddy. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're making a big ass movie.
I actually don't know what's up with Warner Brothers and like their CGI. Like for some, I even felt like Aquaman needed.
I
Like,
guess we
another,
kind of know
like,
someone.
2-3 weeks. Like I feel like Aquaman needed another like 2 or 3 weeks on the CGI.
No,
Yeah.
Aquaman needed another $100 million. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Because
That's
it's
fine.
fucking crazy and they
Like-
committed.
Like no, I love
It's
it.
a
And
good
James
movie.
Wan did an awesome job at Aquaman. I enjoyed every minute of
My homeboy
Aquaman.
James Wan.
But
Oh, yeah.
like James Wan did an awesome job. But like there was a couple of moments where like the CGI kind of threw me out of the movie, and I was like, well, that's definitely CGI.
Yeah. That's
Well,
not,
it's not trying to be like realistic CGI, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, here's a fucking unicorn and fighting a shark
Yeah.
with lasers on its head. Also, here's Mary Poppins as a kaiju.
yeah, that was awesome.
That was
Julie
awesome.
Andrews.
Amber Heard
Yeah.
swimming around
Oh,
with a
no.
jellyfish
Oh,
dress.
sorry, we spoiled something.
It's alright, dude.
Oh, sorry, you hadn't seen it
Sorry.
yet?
You hadn't seen
That's
it.
right.
Oh,
Just so you know, in Roma, everybody dies.
I guess so.
my bad.
I did. I'm usually blamed for spoiling something.
Yep.
This time it's
Diego did it. Diego.
Everyone gets one. This is the one. This is the one.
Never happened again.
I'm sorry, Cruz.
No, but I definitely would go with Aquaman. I mean, it's not as good as Black Panther was, but I really did enjoy it. It was
Yes,
a great
yeah.
movie. I'm really happy it's doing well in the theaters. I feel
yeah.
like it's really getting that universe back on track.
Yeah, I want the Aquaman to be the direction that the DC universe heads in because I'm
That'd
tired
be
of
cool
all
if
the
it did
grounded, all the grounded realness. Like that movie, they're like, okay, go nuts, like embrace everything about this character, embrace
Yeah.
everything about the
Get
DCU.
fucking nuts with it, man.
Go nuts, because it's like you have this whole universe full of like wizards and like
Is there after credit scene?
there is.
I didn't stay around for it. I don't stay around.
Yeah,
for
there
credit
is
scenes
a
anymore.
mid-credit
I feel
scene.
like
Yeah,
an
there's
asshole.
It's a mid-credits.
It was a mid-credit.
So your
scene.
fault.
It was
It has like giant
Oops.
monsters, sea creatures, all these kingdoms, and like that's where the DC universe should be. I'm tired of like, let's have Superman snap necks. No, let's have just Aquaman be fantastical.
Like I'm glad that the DC movies that have done like really well are the weird fantasy ones.
Like Wonder
and
Woman, Aquaman.
So that's cool because like it's gonna be
cool.
totally different from
'Cause
like
that's
what other
what
stuff
the
is
universe
doing,
is
too,
about.
You know,
yeah, get weird with it.
Yeah, because that's how the
like I actually kind of
Do you-
like BVS now, but like I don't want everything
Yeah, no,
to
God,
be
no.
like that.
and I love Zack Snyder, but it's just like
I didn't.
okay,
alright.
yeah.
I didn't say that, but
But yeah, it's just like yeah, it's good that there's a different flavor to the DC universe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because DC is weird when you think about it.
yeah. DC's the
There's a
weird.
guy with a ring that has a magical ring. There's a fish man.
Honestly, I'm really.
There's a talking
It
gorilla.
did make me kind of excited for Shazam.
Shazam, I wanna see Shazam.
It did kind of put me in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all right, what is Shazam gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. But moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yes.
Still the standout.
Yeah.
Like, blockbuster filmmaking for me.
Why not?
I'm really happy with Mission Impossible Fallout, just because Tom Cruise literally practiced how to fly a helicopter for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then like Henry Cavill thought he was gonna die because like he's just flipping a helicopter over and over
And
again.
you know
He's
what?
like, what the fuck?
Hey, that mustache looked good for what happened. Like that mustache was worth all the CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Justice
yeah.
League. That was a good stash.
I would
objectively.
happily sacrifice Justice League for another Mission Impossible.
For like another.
But let me
for that stash?
correct myself. I actually agree with Gene. Into the Spider-Verse is the best like blockbuster
Yes,
of the
there
year.
you go.
That was an incredible movie.
Exactly.
I still haven't seen it.
You need to see it.
I'm shocked.
still
Go see it, Nick.
I am shocked you of all people haven't seen it.
I'm
Damn.
busy. I'm busy.
It's nothing
Did
like
you
the
watch?
comic, but it was
What
good.
else did you watch?
I have my A-list right here. I can tell you what I watched.
No, I don't care. I don't care that much. All right, so let's start narrowing it down. Like
Because we're on.
let's-
We're
running out of time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our favorite movies of the year, but also this could be your favorite or otherwise a movie that you think not only will stand the test of time, but should be markedly remembered as the movie of the year.
Okay. I have an interesting answer for that.
Okay.
Do I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
yeah.
can I just say the movie or some of the movies I like?
Favorites and then the movie.
Okay, so favorites were Other Side of the Wind, because we've discussed that so much.
Yes.
We loved Other Side of the Wind. I'm just gonna say though, for movie of the year, I would go with Bandersnatch, because I feel like Bandersnatch, the Netflix movie, which is part of the Black Mirror universe, I feel like it was a weird glimpse into the future of our media consumption, and this is just me being like, have like weird futurist readings, where it feels like this is where all our media will go, like our television and film and games, where this becomes one giant thing, like maybe 40 or 50 years from now, where we like get to choose endings and we get to like, it's like a video game almost. It feels like a weird glimpse, and that's when I'm like, oh, I love Bandersnatch, because it just felt like that. So I just want to throw that out there, like that was that was like a glimpse into our future, in my opinion.
All right.
But some of my favorites of this year.
Like you mean the way you're interacting with the movie? Like
Yeah, the
not
way we're
actually-
interacting, it felt like that. 'cause
But not
Nick played
actually
it,
like Black
Diego did.
Mirror.
Yeah.
Like I hope our future isn't Black.
Oh God, no! I hope like maybe our media will become that. I don't know. I can't predict it, but it's a good chance. But yeah, Nick played it, so he knows what I'm playing.
Yeah,
I don't know if you consider watching it or playing it if it's interactive like that.
So,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Living it. It's
Yeah,
an
we'll-
experience.
Yeah, live it.
Yeah.
Experience it. Okay.
It's
definitely-
it's a Christmas special movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but favorite movies of the year, really quick. Hereditary was my number one because I love Hereditary. I love it, just the family dynamics, and it's a horror. And yes, it is horror. Shut up. Like
Oh, those things we did a panel on because people are like, it's not horror, it's
not
psychological thriller. Shut the
We
fuck
know
up.
horror because we did a panel.
It's a
on horror
horror
films
movie. It's
at LA
fine.
Comic-Con. Yeah, it's
You
fine.
qualify. Yeah,
it's-
you, Andrew, behind the camera.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we did a panel on horror, so check that out. 'Cause we know
Motherfucker.
horror.
I like how that makes you expert. We did a
Yes, we did.
They let me yell to a crowd of 5 people.
Okay, no, we had more, but yeah, but no, it wasn't. No, that wasn't.
Blade Runner wasn't this year,
It wasn't
Kyle.
Kyle. It was 2017. You probably just saw it this year.
It takes place next year. God, we talked
Don't.
about this.
Oh. Okay.
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 What
And
else?
just really quick. Sorry.
It's fine.
A Quiet Place.
Cruise
So well made.
revolting.
The sound design. Sound design was incredible. First Man, no one saw it. I really enjoyed
First Man.
First
yes.
Man because it really honors Neil Armstrong and all these space engineers and space pioneers. And that movie, it was about space, but it was also just about his loss of his daughter and how he dealt with that. And I thought that was cool.
When
Midnight.
he was in it, he was like, I just want to drive.
Yeah, exactly. Mid-90s, Mandy, of course, Sorry to Bother You, and Halloween, and If Beale Street Could Talk. Those are like my weird top 10.
That's a lot. Oh,
That
you
was
did a
10?
top
Dude,
10?
top 10?
I guess I did like
That was 10?
Damn.
know, I
How much
just
time
named-
do we have?
I know, damn, dude, like, fuck.
It's
man.
fine. Okay, let's try
I
to
just
let's
did
try
it
to keep
because I
it.
did it really quick.
Three of mine.
All right,
like,
all right.
little
Cruz. Favorites of
Oh
yours.
no, dude, he just threw a loophole. I'm still thinking about it now.
Okay,
Like,
sorry.
I do
Nick,
top
would
10,
you like
that's
to
a
go?
lot.
Yeah,
No, we're not doing top 10s.
Okay, we're not,
what was
but I
it?
just
What was
did. I
it?
just meant.
So it's not like 3 or 4 favorites and then like what
My-
you think is the definitive one.
Yeah,
All right.
which I would definitely go with Bird Box. Bird Box was a lot of fun. I mean, not fun, but I mean, it was very interesting. It's kind of like if the happening was good.
That movie is fun as shit, though.
Yeah, no,
The Happening is fun as shit.
The Happening is really fun, but it's just not a good movie.
No, who
Like,
cares?
by the end of it, you're just kind of
Good,
like, what the
bad, alive,
Yeah,
dead.
what was it? I would definitely go with Searching as like. My,
Oh, that was
as
such a
like
well
my,
done.
as my favorite movie of the year. Like I've seen it 3 times.
John
already.
Chow needs to do
Yeah,
more
and
stuff.
John Cho.
John Cho, excuse me.
John
John
Cho.
Cho.
I really enjoyed the way that the movie is presented
Excuse
to
me.
you, where it's just presented to you via like cameras on like a computer screen.
So it's told us everything. It's
Is
just
it as
told
good as
through-
Unfriended?
More.
The second
It's
one.
More so.
The second one's
Because it's-
awesome.
Yeah, I love
More
Unfriended
so.
too.
Yeah.
Like the dark web. That was
Yeah, that
actually,
was
But
that was
fucked
searching
up.
is exclusively
Sorry.
told through like
phones and cameras.
all the
and, like,
technology,
Skype
nothing
or
else.
iMessage or anything like
Or, like,
that, or
TV.
even TVs and stuff
That's
like
it.
that.
That's
I
incredible.
really enjoyed it, and it was an interesting way of showing a different way of filming a movie.
Exactly.
And not only that, but also, I mean, just in general, the acting was really awesome, and it was a nice it was a nice thriller, where by the end of it, you were like, wait, who the hell did it? And stuff like that. When the reveal comes, you're kind of like, oh shit, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. And so I would definitely go watch Searching. Not a lot of people saw it.
No.
That was a smaller movie, though,
It was a
right?
really-
movie.
it was a
But I'm
smaller
sure,
movie.
like for that budget, it probably did well enough.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
It made profit.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's a damn good movie. Go watch it.
That's your number one pick of the year.
That's my number one pick.
Good
Man,
choice.
I've seen that movie 2 or 3 times already, and every single time I watch it, I like it even more.
Okay, I got a couple. I mentioned The Rider already, was fantastic. Unsane, I think, is maybe the best horror movie of the year.
I'm not going to
just
debate. Yeah.
just the
You could say that. Yeah.
visceral experience that made me very angry about healthcare. Paddington 2 is a perfect movie and the most delightful thing you'll ever have.
Kima's favorite movie.
Paddington
Paddington
it's
2?
a masterpiece. It is actually a perfect movie.
I think that's his favorite.
Annihilation, if you're into John Carpenter's The Thing kind of body horror, but also Andrei Tarkovsky's Stalker.
Yes.
It's a movie about breaking down social norms in your life and depression. And many things, and how an experience changes you and how you come out the other side, maybe not better or worse, just changed. Into the Spider-Verse, incredible. The second best Spider-Man movie, probably the first. I don't know. It's up to debate for me. I would be okay with. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's so good. The Other Side of the Wind is, I think, the best movie of the year, and I think that's the one that should go for gold. I think it should get the gold.
If you listen to our other podcasts,
We talk a lot about it.
You talk a lot about Ocean Wells, so
Thank you. But yeah, I think it's foolish that it's not a front runner right now, and if it would be the most perfect thing ever if he won the Oscar for it 40 years after it was made, after he's died.
they love him when he's dead.
Yeah, but also because it's about Hollywood loves when movies are about Hollywood, and this is very much about one of Hollywood's golden boys who had like a rise and fall.
Because if you watch the documentary, he says it's not about his life, but it totally is.
Yeah, and I think he's one of the most
personal.
It's very
It-
personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it has all these things, these elements that the Academy usually loves, but because it's a Netflix movie primarily, technically, they're like kind of brushing it under the rug a
Yeah,
little
they need
bit.
to.
Well, also, because even I met a couple people, they were like, why was Bird Box inside movie theaters? And I was like, oh, because they're trying to get more for that movie. Like,
Really?
Like, because it was only in, I think it was like in like 100 screens for one day. It was only one day inside of like 100 screens.
They're doing that. They did that for like Okja too.
Yeah, like
Okay.
for a lot of their movies, so that way they can actually be like put into the like in the running for awards. They're putting
Was The Other Side of the Wind? Did it hit theaters?
It was in theaters.
Okay.
Briefly, like a week.
I hope they.
I wish I got a seat in theaters. But
Me too, because that would look amazing on the
I'm
original.
sure they'll
prints.
maybe like do another screening of it.
Yeah, I really want to see that
I hope so.
Also,
on
one
the
of
big
my favorite
screen.
movies
Yeah.
this year was
And not on digital, with the fucking projector.
one of my favorite movies was the Yu-Gi-Oh movie this year.
Was there an actual
there
Yu-Gi-Oh
really?
movie?
Actual Yu-Gi-Oh
Holy
movie this
shit,
year.
that still
It was
happened?
dope. It was dope, dude. It was really good. It was
The only
I
anime
enjoyed it.
Isn't there a
I'm gonna
Dragon Ball
see.
Z movie?
Yeah,
What?
no,
Is that next
No,
year?
that's next year. That's in
That's
January.
Wow.
That's in January.
Only anime movie I'm gonna see.
Are we doing a podcast on the
Oh, hell
Dragon
yeah,
Ball
dude.
one?
I'm going to the double feature, man.
Yeah.
I'll go with you, Nick.
There's a double feature.
I gotta
man.
catch up on like
Yeah,
10 years.
We will go together.
On what?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to see it because it's like
It's
kind of like a
it's
retelling.
It's a
Yeah,
retelling
so
of
you
the
don't need
Broly
to.
series.
All
Like,
right, I guess
they're,
I'm-
they're basically what they're gonna do is they're like, all right, Kojima went fucking nuts, and he was just like, oh, whatever, you know,
yeah.
whatever we had in the past, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do this now.
All right, you heard it here first. We're doing that.
Running out of time.
Yeah, running out of time. Cruz, favorites of the
Yes.
year.
All right.
Number one.
I know
What
you
should
guys
get
did
the
all
gold?
this cool technical shit, but I'm here for diversity.
Okay.
And for me, it was a good year for diversity, especially Michael B. Jordan. He was just killing everything. Michael Bay Jordan. He just like
They should make a movie.
He just Oh, I was thinking like Baby, because the memes.
Oh.
a lot of women were putting it up because.
Well,
Yeah.
also yes.
Yeah, because he was killing it. Creed 2, that guy got ripped. Like, yeah, that guy could. And I don't feel like that was just show muscle. I feel like
No, that
guy
was
could,
like-
Yeah.
that guy could probably kick the shit out of some people for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like in it. Black Panther, culturally speaking, I just think like, damn, like we are pulling away from superheroes just being about white saviors, and now like these movies are having cultural impact.
Yeah,
like,
it's a game changer.
Yeah, it was a game changer, and just like making statements and just talking about like white people were the bad guys, and I'm like, even though Eric Killmonger was the villain,
Yeah.
it wasn't really that he was the villain.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
felt
There
for
was,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there was a token white guy, and like, it just, I thought it was great. Yeah, colonizer and like all the references, and just,
It was perfect.
yeah, and it's breaking boundaries, and now we got like what, Blue Beetle potentially coming out and stuff like
yeah,
that,
Blue
and
Beetle's coming out.
so now we're gonna get Latino ones, and we're gonna get the Asian one. What's the Marvel one they're doing?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. So
I
like,
think,
here we
and
go.
also, yeah, Kevin Feige really changed his tune.
Yeah,
after
and
Black-
they're gonna get an,
Well, after
an Asian
after
director.
Bob Iger kind of loosened the reins a little bit, he was like, "All right, enough of this
Yeah,
shit."
but-
Well, I think it's just after like,
So, yeah.
white guys with money were like, oh shoot, diversity does sound like we can make money from this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can. As long as we can
Definitely.
put butts in seats, that's all we care.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
all we care.
as long as we make money.
Sorry,
As long as we can
sorry
put
for
butts in
interrupting.
seats.
No, but my number one was Crazy Rich Asians. Like I'm
Nice.
here for it. Like I thought that was the come on, like let's get with it, man.
It's-
Like, we getting more Asians
It's
out
really
there.
funny because I didn't imagine I would catch up on a lot of my movies on my cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they
You
were
did?
playing Crazy Rich Asians. They played, which was odd because they played Meg on the boat, and I was like, this is a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
That's like playing
bunch
like
of kids.
alive on an airplane. Like, yeah.
Snakes on a plane.
That's
Snakes
like
on a plane
watching,
on an
that's like watching
airplane.
snakes on a plane on a, while
airplane.
you're
You
on a
shouldn't
flight.
watch it.
And I was like, why the hell are they showing Meg? And like I was like, whatever. I get free popcorn and I can sit by the pool. It's great.
Yeah.
But it was just like Asian director, Asian writer, Asian book writer, Asian cast, and it killed it.
Yeah.
And it did well, and the story was there, and I was for the story, and I felt for it, and like I'm not crazy or rich or Asian, but I was there.
Yeah, it's all
Like,
about the
and I related to
representation.
that. All about that representation. Like I even cried at the wedding scene, and I was like, I don't even like weddings, but I was crying because I was here for it.
Really cool. On a side note, if you really want to ever like fight Victor Drago, if you have Creed: Rise to Glory, it was a DLC when the movie came out. It was a free DLC where you could fight Victor Drago, and you could actually go into the fight, and you have Rocky Balboa in the corner, and he's like,
Dang.
"Pick your hands up, pick your hand." It's fucking amazing. I love it. It was so good.
Is that your Rocky Balboa
Yeah, that's my
impersonation?
Rocky
Okay,
Balboa.
I like
That
it.
was
I
really
like it.
bad.
I like it.
It's bad, but it's mine.
It's
Any-
yours.
just so we're
You own it.
Yeah, I own it. It's mine.
Just so we're wrapping up. Any other?
No, I'm sorry because I keep looking at it from diversity because
Oh,
I
no,
work
No,
for
no, no.
NHMC.
That's important.
So everything,
fine.
yeah. So
Very
to me,
important.
it was just like 2018. We pushed it.
Yeah,
we
we
pushed it a lot more.
We're getting there, man.
Yeah, and a lot of studios were like, "Oh, it sells.
Yeah.
Like we
They're
can
gonna-
We
make
still got a
money
long way to
from
go,
this."
but the stuff
For
like
sure. At
this
least
is
they're gonna
really
look, for sure.
enlightening, and
Yeah,
it's
'cause
very
when you
hopeful.
look back at it, like 50 years from now, we're all older, and and people are reading history books about Hollywood and film. They're taking film classes. They're going to see that there was a shift,
Yeah.
and it was right
We're
around this
living-
time the shift was
Yeah,
starting.
We're living
Yeah.
in historic times.
We're living in the shift.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait.
So
Oh,
on
and
that-
Spider Verse.
fuck yeah.
Just seeing like Miles Morales, and he was black and Latino at the same time.
All right. So on that note, we got to start wrapping up. Cruz, thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us. Thank you
thank
for
you. Yeah,
having
thank you guys
us
for having
on
me. Yeah.
NHMC. And
Yes.
Sorry I couldn't
So
be there.
plugs.
Yes, check it out, NHMC, www.nhmc.org. They're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean. These guys have an episode coming out soon. Catch it next year. Do you remember when people in school
Actually,
used to say like
this
see you
year
next
when
year?
this comes out.
Next year.
But
Ooh,
same
They'll
thing.
see it in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
future.
same thing. Yeah,
next
yeah,
year.
But next
See you
year.
You guys
Yeah.
want that fun?
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Where can they follow you guys at? On
yeah.
Twitter?
Oh yeah, you guys can find me personally on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, because Snapchat and the rest don't count, at Cruz W. Castillo, and find NHMC at NHMC_org. Just look up NHMC. It's nonprofit org.
Yeah.
You'll find them.
You have to pay for a,
Yeah, it's cool
you have to
to-
pay for a Snapchat.
Yeah.
Nick, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Just look up Nick Valero or the Nick Valero on Instagram.
The
Twitter-
Nick.
The Nick
Oh, okay.
Valero.
Because I thought it was the other Nick. Okay.
Yeah, it was
I'm
the
glad we
Nick
cleared that.
Valero. Yeah,
Okay.
it's that one. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and find me on there. You can also find me on the Waffle Press and our YouTube channel. Go ahead and ring that bell.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, G9892. Please follow for updates on the short film Vero S. We'll keep posting that. I might have like a little social media break for like 2 weeks just to do all the work and production meetings for that, but it's going to get done.
Yeah,
That's a
and-
lot because Gene posts a lot. So that's a big deal.
And you can follow me on twitter.com at DEWGOWaffles. Like and subscribe to the Waffle Press, YouTube, SoundCloud, Patreon. If you didn't like this, like, subscribe anyways because you might find something you do like. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We have been professionally unprofessional and have a happy new year.
I wish you guys could see my camera.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Tessa Thompson fan club.
That's all, folks.
Yes.
See you guys. And